used to it. But it's going to be Vici Gaming defending initially, and USG will have to push in. Now, we see these guys, they'll take their Hanzo quite happily. They seem to make it work for them reasonably well, maybe not as well as what we saw Energy do with it.
Well, we did see USG playing King's Row against Snake as our first match of the day. They took the point first attack. Whether that's just them being really good on attack when it comes to hybrid maps, or Snake being bad is still to be determined as we go into this one. But they're running Pepper on Hanzo again. Well, not again, but they're running Pepper on Hanzo this time instead of AKTM.
And just the double tank here for Vici as well. They're not tripling up on that one. They are going for Yumi Dia up on those DPS rolls here as well, which for me is what we sort of more commonly seen from Vici, something they're more comfortable with. But now, Pepper already getting in. The fact that he can actually enter and he's pushed Vici back is a good sign for USG because he can hammer away at the Reinhardt shield. Hanzo arrows don't look like they hurt shield, they really do. And AKTM will literally pick on towards Yumu. That's a huge advantage for USG to play off the back.
Yeah, and Dia's not even looking comfortable. He's actually forced so far back because he sees the Hanzo. Maybe he's getting flashbacks to Seagull. It's some PTSD going on for him because he's just, look at this, he's sitting so far back. He doesn't really have too much healing here, and the point's already being taken. They're on top of this point immediately here as Vici finally able to pick up 2 kills and start to turn things around.
Dia's playing quite well from his position though. Like, the guy can't get too aggressive and still getting kills, but there it is. The Earthshatter comes in. He gets cut down. The moment he peeks his head out of the rabbit hole, he gets it belted right in, and USG have control of this point pretty comfortably now as well. Dragon Strike is there for Pepper, but gotta be careful. XPG takes it very low with some of those orbs coming through, and that's the Dragon Strike here as well. This stops the reinforcements. No damage is gonna at least force the Reinhardt of Tank You away here and give almost a full cap.
And Eagle comes back in to contest. Oh no, he gets killed! He had Soundbear! He could have bought some more time for maybe teammates to come in, but in the end, maybe he was just trying to hold on to it and just buy a couple extra seconds on the clock here, but USG, first attack, successful, and now they're on the move.
And straight away, you know what kind of high ground presence the enemy has. The Sonic Arrow up towards the top of that saloon. Pepper knows that there's 3 players up there. He can pressure, of course, briefly if he wants to peek up and take a shot, but I mean, you've got a McCree, a Reaper, and a Zai. That's a heavy investment for Vici up on towards the top of this building here. Will this affect their fighting potential on the ground, or they just drop down?
Oh, they're going to drop down. You have a Graviton Surge, you have an Earthshatter, you have Yumu who's at 60%. Like, there's no need for him to even use the Death Blossom here once they do time things correctly. Pepper's been taken down immediately here. They're going to finally drop off, just realizing they have the man advantage, but at the same time, they've given up a little bit of the high ground control. Well, Yumu can just teleport back up, so it's not too big of a deal. But USG have lost about another 20 seconds. They have to wait for the respawn to come back in and wait for the push again.
Yeah, I mean, losing your Hanzo there as well is a big stop sign for USG. It's the only real damage dealer here as well. Playing the triple tank means that a lot more emphasis gets placed on the Hanzo player to stay alive, and also a big target on his back. But now the Graviton Surge comes in. Navani trying to throw in the Bionic Grenade to keep them alive, but Dia going to get himself a quick double over the top there, looking for even more. Pepper falls, and it's Dia going nuts now, looking for yet another one. One more shot would do it. He just misses on the line. But still a strong push through and a bit of a wipe there for Vici.
The composure though on that Deadeye, you saw him hold on to it to the very last second when that Roadhog was just trying to escape off to the side, able to pick up the kill and turn things around. Now Sparky, going to be on Reinhardt to make something happen. And even AKTM, so they did have the Reinhardt. AKTM switched from the Roadhog over to Genji, so trying to take a lot of high ground control with the Hans and the Genji. 2 Japanese brothers trying to battle it out, played by the Japanese team. And Dia, what are you doing? He's getting so aggressive. He has to feel so confident to be able to take that battle.
He's been backed up by XPG and he has a Harmony Orb there as well. And I think they already forced Pepper off the building, so it was essentially a 2v1 for Vici. So they come to one up with that one. Dia as well. I mean, this is not a position you want to give up as McCree. He has so much control over the battlefield. Now, we hear a Nano Boost going off there. That's going on towards the side of USG. And Dia has to give up the ground here because, of course, it's going to be AKTM coming forward now. Doesn't have the Dragon Blade to work with, but that's enough. He gets the high ground control. He gets rid of the McCree, and now he can get free damage over the backside when Yumu comes in. That's a huge Death Blossom coming through. He's completely decimated the side of USG, and a beautiful hold coming out from Vici, just as it seemed as if the Japanese side was starting to build up a bit of a run of steam.
And Yumu just saved his team too with those 4 kills because we had a Transcendence out of XPG being used when AKTM went head-to-head against Dia to actually take him down when he had the Nano Boost because he mistimed the Transcendence. And without that Transcendence alone, that should have actually been a fight for USG, but the positioning out of this man, again, dropping in on top of him.
Not
with
that we
the Death
saw
Blossom.
it really, but...
I mean, well, we saw it in the kill feed, and that's all that really matters as long as those kills are going their way. Sparky, he's going to miss the boost up.
A couple people missed the ride there as well. I mean, USG, now they're putting all of their eggs in the basket, or we're trying to put most of their team up the top to try and control this point here. They still have the Reinhardt able to push the payload through. Dragon Blade coming out from AKTM though as well. XPG falling down, but no, Yumu catches him as he comes around the backside here. It's Vici just wrapping through. Good response to the flanking Genji. They know he's a threat, and straight away they send both damage dealers to deal with it.
They said, okay, that was really interesting to send both damage dealers there because the front line should have crumbled, and yet USG wasn't able to capitalize off of this. Nobody's finally switched over from the Zenyatta to the Ana. He has an Ana boost available. Shouldn't be using it anytime soon as they're looks like he could be losing quite a few men on this runaway.
Yeah.
You should fall. There he goes.
Pepper just walling off to try and help him get out alive here. We can see Dia a little bit frustrated there as well because what we noticed from this guy, you know, he lands a couple of shots and when it comes to the last shot, he gives an extra half second to line it up. And the last couple of times he's tried to do it, he's missed. Actually, that's why Navati managed to get away in the case. Oh, the Widowmaker coming out from Pepper. That's interesting. USG really concerned about this high ground control from Vici, and they're going to invest in Widow to try and take it back.
Was that TakeQ just fell down too? So this gives a lot of pressure, a lot of control to Pepper to hit these shots. Problem is he can't get the high ground control immediately by the general store because there's going to be a Zarya there. He's looking for this and he can't hit the mid-air shot. And I mean, this is pretty much a dead weight for the team right now because they can engage so quickly onto them that they don't really have a way to do too much. Yet somehow AKT picks the kill on the Eagle.
Because I don't think Vici realised they can engage here. I think they're still sort of playing this back and forth jockeying style of Overwatch. And well, it was an easy pick up, of course, on towards Eagle, and that would have to slow them down a little bit. And now it's going to be Vici coming forward. Pepper getting a few hits here as well. These are shots you need to be hitting, and he's not. The Transcendence comes out. Yumi gets himself 3 though. Another stronghold from Vici. Surely off the back of that Reaper roll being used here. Even Eagle gets on towards Navati, and Pepper finally gets himself killed. But this is a waste of time. It's a waste of a team slot. He gets on towards XPG in my forced to eat my words there, but he eventually does fall down. And maybe a bit of a different approach is required here from USG.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, it's not necessarily dead weight, but if you can't hit your shots, I mean, if they come at the end of the fight like this, if you can't hit them in the midst of it, you're not really offering your team too much. He's going to have the ability to give the vision to the team. And not to mention, the rest of the team is actually on the payload here because they have no time left to work with Pepper. He's coming back in from spawn. He's going to infra sight up in just a few seconds. He's going to pop that one. He's going to have the ability to pick up these kills quickly, but he needs to hit the shots.
Yeah, I mean, you saw the Widow. Yeah, Soundbearer comes out here for USG. Not really sure why they're... Because now the Earth Shatter comes in a little bit later. So a bit of a mistimed ult there, but let's see if USG can make use of it here. And they can shrug off the fact that they've already used that ult too early. Well, he could have used it there. AKTM gets taken down by Dia there as well. They managed to find himself a lot of space now. With the Nanoboost coming on towards this Reinhardt, it's going to be a flash. Look at Dia just casually sidestepping away here. Can't really avoid him forever, of course. That's going to be the case. But USG, they're in overtime now. They've got to push forward. And you can see the Vici probably just want to build up, go for one last push on the point. But no, it's going to be a 2-man attempt here. The Transcendent's going to be backed up from TakeQ. He has an Earth Shatter. You want to break the... No! They got off the payload. What's wrong? USG, you're not allowed to do that. You want to win the game, stand on the freaking payload. But time was ticking down. And they voluntarily stepped off of that payload. They were 4v2?
Yeah, no, 4v3. 4v3.
Well, there was a Lucio. The Reinhardt
there was a Lucio in there, but the thing is...
I don't think they were booped off.
They weren't booped off. They walked off. And that's unfortunate. That's something that should never happen. I mean, yeah, you're going to fight on point and you're going to keep it contested, but they're not happy. That you can't be happy about that.
What in the world? I mean, yeah, sure, even if you don't get to the next checkpoint, you probably make some progress. You have a man advantage in that fight. I understand if a Reinhardt comes at you swinging, your first reaction should be, oh, maybe I should give this guy some space. And then Transcendence was backing up with that. That's just Vici tried to scare them off the payload, and it works perfectly. It's like Transcendence, okay, Reinhardt's probably going to survive. It's not like he's going to be able to kill everyone, but maybe they just run away, and it worked. I'll be damned, Jason. Strike me pink and call me Betty. Or at least strike me 1/3 pink like these jerseys, because you would not be happy right now at all if you're Unsold Stuff game.
The thing is, I wanted to see how far they're going to go in overtime. On Dorado, they're able to finish off the... Well, not the map. They finished off to actually capture the point or get the distance to win the map. I wonder how far that would have gone. I'm almost certain they should have been able to make it to the next checkpoint off the back of that if they didn't fall off. But that's something that can haunt you. That could be the big turning point now for Vici. They're already up 1-0 as Unsold Stuff Gaming. And you throw away that half by falling off the point.
It doesn't make a lot of sense to me.
But let's talk about this though. USG doesn't seem like they can play like super standard Overwatch, right? Because they even threw in a Widowmaker, which, I mean, obviously you're going to do something like that if you're really struggling, but there's so many other ways you can go.
Why can't you play Winston Genji?
Yeah, exactly, Winston Genji. Why not go for something like that?
If you want to be super aggressive, throw deeper in there as well, and just get the dive comp on top of the buildings. But they tried. You saw them attempt to go like a Hanzo. Was there a Genji? There was a Genji in there as well for USG.
Yeah, it was Hanzo
they tried
Genji.
it, but it just didn't work. They couldn't stand up to what Vici had set up there. So now, I don't know.
To be fair though, I mean the Genji, I think it was AKTM, actually was able to pick the kill against Dia.
But they just didn't capitalize on that. I don't know. Anyway, Vici now going to be on the attacking side here. They now have a goal in mind with holding USG where they did. They have a numerical value they need to exceed to win out. And this first point obviously will be where it all starts. So AKTM wants to try and get a bit of damage down. Now he's isolated Dia. This could be quite nasty for them to creep play, but it's an a premature, perhaps, ice block coming out from AKTM to try and stay alive. Dia does fall ultimately there to Pepper, and AKTM still free to do a bit of damage. This should be a bit of a frosty reception here for Yumu, and it is. It's going to be the end of the fall here, and the picks are coming where they need to come from USG, and a little wall just to make sure AKTM gets away.
Yeah, Pepper, he's honestly been such a standout player for the team for USG. Able to pick up quite a few kills on the Dia. He had so many great plays on Dorado. There's a lot of pressure on this team now to kind of stop them, to hold Vici back, and not to mention speaking of pressure on Vici, they can't actually capture the point. We're already like a minute in.
I don't need to go there. I can't imagine
to drop 2-0 like
No, I can't really envision that going down. Anyway, it's going to be a blizzard coming out here from AKTM. He's going to quickly go into a ice block and now look for a target. Oh! Dia gets absolutely smacked in the next Tuesday there. The right clicks are coming up trumps for AKTM. What an incredible main play so far from this man. Wall comes up, but it's not going to be enough to keep him away. He's going for the throat here, forced to go in towards Ice Barrier, but now Pepper's going to help him over the top.
Yeah, that's to be careful. They don't want to overextend this one, but Zim actually going to be nano boosted by himself. None of his team can actually help him out here, and he's pretty much left alone. He's going to get charged with the ball. He has ground touch surge available, but he doesn't have a team necessarily with the HP alone to make this one work. There's the ground touch surge being pulled down onto one person. It's just on a Sparky, and Pepper has Death Blossom ready to go.
And I mean, there's a wall up here. I'm sure this Reinhardt's eventually going to fall. Sparky goes down, and there's Dia. Dia at least manages to get in towards the backside and find Vader, who was caught out from the rest of his team. Now Dia able to do some work here. Zim just trying to deal with this Lucio, trying to keep its defuse, of course, up and going. AKTM comes on with a blizzard on the point.
Dia interrupted Pepper's Death Blossom and then killed him right after. He lost his entire ultimate, which might have been the turning factor here, but somehow AKTM still having the point, sitting there in his ice block, and the wall off as well. He's actually not contesting this position, so he's going to let the wall go down. And the thing is, we just don't have solid control of the point just yet.
Yeah, it's going to be a decent stall coming back in here. Tanky gets a double kill, pretty much from one swing of the hammer, but Sparky responds quickly. Tanky, though, 4 kills from the fight there. The Reinhardt's going absolutely nuts in the back line, and that's exactly what Vici need to get on towards this point now. It was looking a bit ugly earlier on here, and you can see the attempt at stalling coming out from defuse has been admirable, but eventually Vici will stamp their territory down. Managed to start the push here as well. They only need one more checkpoint, or at least to exceed that 92.25 meter mark. So very doable here for Vici, and already USG taking a lift, heading up to the top side and want to control this area.
Yeah, they have the opportunity to contest this one too in this position. Thing is, USG took the point on first attack, and I guess you could say Vici did the same technically. Actually, no, you can't even, because when the first attack they went into was a blizzard, and they got completely walled off and controlled. But how is USG going to control position? They're depending on this rebrand is made. They're going to engage with the.
I don't know.
God, the wall. Are you serious? I think no. AKTM blocks the Graviton Surge with this wall to catch 3 people out in the open, and they pick up the 3 quick kills and push it through. I thought he actually fluffed the Graviton Surge out of a teammate's wall, but in the end they get the 3.
Damn, only had to respond towards Pepper there, just giving himself the 1. And the Deadeye are waiting for him to use it, but I definitely want to be holding on to it for the moment here. So, decent ultimates coming out from Vici, a lot to work with here. We might see a nano boosted Reinhardt heading straight into the guts of USG's lineup here. And Vici, of course, still just the double tank. They don't really feel like they need to go for anything else. And again, Elevator being used here by USG to try and retake that high ground here. But the payload's making progress, and Pepper wants to get ready for a flank.
Oh no. I don't think they spot him. He's just going to drop straight down top of the Maywall's going to be used as well. Sorry, giving up his presence as the Blitzies are coming to the Gaucho Surge as well. Oh. The Pepper's just still sticking to the side. He doesn't want to commit just yet. Dia does actually pick up a kill with the Deadeye on an open. Oh! He gets slept!
Dia negative respond as well. He gets himself a quick 3 kills over the course of that fight. Now the Death Blossom comes in. Yes, Pepper manages to deal with him, but Zim going to respond quite fast indeed. It's Vici now able to make some more progress there. And that was actually Dia coming in. That wasn't even the Deadeye there. It's going to be Vici getting over the line here. A bit of a horror first map for them, but they managed to equalize things here and keep it at 1 apiece after holding USG back. But there are a couple moments there you've got to be sweating a little bit as Vici. That first point take was anything but clean, anything but pretty.
I think that was hesitation at the end. That was 100% hesitation. You saw Pepper, he wanted to engage, but he didn't want to go then. He didn't want to force the fight, but the Maywall and the Blizzards being thrown down, he was, I guess, told to just go in for it. And we saw that happen before against Snake in the first match of the day. And Vici more than happy to take advantage of that one, and this will be one of his quad kills or pentakills that this man's gotten. It has to be.
Yeah, we didn't get to see this in time to move there as well. So this is why we're watching someone over the top, but 4 kills. He did benefit from the Zaya shield there as well and managed to pick up AKTM. One of the occasions there where we saw a very, very nice little hold coming out. But Vici